So how do we answer the $6 million question? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to answer, remember I said we're going to use a probability kind of argument. In fact, we're going to compute a key probability. What probability? We're going to compute the following probability. Pay attention now. If the equality is true in the population, so if we assume that equality is in fact true in the population, then we're going to ask what is the probability of obtaining data that contradicts the equality, contradicts it meaning the equality, to the extent that our data did or worse, but by chance only. So in other words, if in the population there is equality, what's the probability of seeing the difference we have actually seen? By chance only. Now, if this is the first time that you have seen this kind of statement, you'll be totally confused. Okay? And in fact, I know that you're going to be totally confused for a while. So don't panic. It is normal. You'll have to work through this concept, but through examples, through discussions, and so on before it will start to make some kind of sense. Okay? It's not an easy concept. We're going to stay on it for a while, so don't panic. We're going to spend quite a bit of time on it and review it many times, and probably it's going to take a long time for it to settle in, but still work on it because it's very important for you to understand this concept and to be able to properly understand both the mechanism and the conclusions of a hypothesis testing. Just to go back to our example, okay, so what we are going to look at is, well, if the mean heart rate after the exercise were the same for jumping jacks and knee bends in the whole population, okay, then the probability of getting a jumping jack mean so much higher than the knee bend mean as what we saw, which was 24.5 versus 21.8 or worse, turns out to be 0.0007. And you might wonder, like just like this fellow, why? How do I know that that happens and so on? Well, for now, just believe me that that's the right value. We're going to later on look a little bit more at how that value is computed, but it's a probability value and it's 0.0007. Now, this is a very small probability. I'm sure you would agree with me, but remember what we said about probabilities. Small and large are relative terms when we talk about probability. This probability, which looks very small, may in fact be big. Okay, so what do we make of it? How do we interpret it? Well, that's what we're going to be looking at in the next class. So for now, just start pondering about this question, pondering about this example, work through that maze of words that I've thrown at you. Try to slowly understand. If you have any questions, bring them up in class. And again, just once more, don't panic about it, don't get frustrated, just keep working with it. It will come at some point.